Hi everyone. So tomorrow we have another full moon, and I really feel deeply to share. This is really a full moon that brings a lot of creativity, and it brings a lot of clarity that we have longed for a long time. And what I wanted to share, and it's a process that I'm going through myself, is there is often these truths that we try to deny for a very long time, where we have to really go deep. And especially for the ones that will listen, it's a big subject about codependency of others. Codependency means to be relying on others in order for you to have an approval, in order for you to live your life, in order for you to move forward in projects, to have advice from others that really influence you to an extent that you forget to, first of all, put yourself and your intuition as your first priority to listen to, because you either don't trust it or you have learned that can't trust it because you maybe were told so, or it wasn't accepted that the intuitive living was part of that, which is really our essence. And we have been taught to think in our heads and to think rational, and we may have perceived our intuition as something weird or something that we can't trust. And there is at the moment also many people, and especially the reality that we experience on a bigger collective right now, that is facing us a lot of shadows within ourselves, but also is an opportunity for us to really go deep and really look at those things that we probably have ignored for a very long time, out of fear, out of because it was kind of being uncomfortable if we would have been taken out of our routine and our way that we lived life. And we all have certain tendencies to live in certain aspects of our life as victims of our circumstances. And even though if that doesn't serve us, we start to identify with that and get comfortable in that. So if we all of a sudden have to look at those parts and be really admitting to ourselves that this is not really serving our highest good, we have to come out of our comfort zone and have to start to realize and recognize and accept that we are the co-creators of our lives, and that we have to take responsibility, and that we need to change and step out of our comfort zone, step out into the unknown and not knowing what this may bring. And we just have to let go and we have to surrender. And this is really something that is really the themes also right now in this energy that we experience. The energy also that is coming in, there's so much activation universally, and we're really getting transformed and pushed. You may also feel very tired right now. You may have troubles to sleep. You may feel dizzy and you may feel a bit foggy in your head. I am having often at the moment that I just need to lie down during the day because all of a sudden I just crash. There's also a lot of solar activities happening that also activate our whole system and brings us into this new paradigm, into this frequency of the new paradigm that is really anchored on Earth now. And obviously we are aligning to that and we're updating. So that means everything which is not in alignment, like I've said many times, comes up. And so what I want to encourage you is to really take your time to tune into yourself, and you will realize now there's a huge potential for you to realize where you need to let go, where you need to become empowered, and let go of codependency of other people or circumstances, meaning step out as an individual, so to speak, in your own power and start to build the life that you really feel to live from your heart. Not relying on others, not relying on approval for others, not clinging to others, if that is, in your relationship, in relationship with friends, with co-workers, whatever it is. This is a time to really step into your own power and become, or let's say, unbecome whatever you are not anymore, or what you never have been, but have started to think you are, and to really come into your essence. And this is important because what we see already and what is becoming very obvious is that we're really having a huge split in this dimension, or in this human reality. And there is a choice between, often it's called the higher path and the lower path, which is not saying this or this is the right one or the wrong one. I think everybody's where they're at, and everybody has a free choice. That's the human right. What I mean with higher path is the path of empowerment, the path of unity and compassion, and the path where you are an empowered co-creator of your reality, being very, very truthful to yourself. And this is this is a very, it's a big thing to be really truthful to yourself, because you have to let go of everything that you may have known. You have to step into your power. You can't just be kind of walking on the same spot and not going forward. And you really start to co-create with your guide, your divine guidance, with your intuition, with your, with God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. So, and the lower path is the path of the old paradigm, of the old earth, that is suppression, that is fear, that is judgment, that is really duality. And it's really important to own your truths here when you decide to walk on the higher path, but do not judge others who are not ready to do that, or who decide for whatever reasons that they're going to walk another path. And whatever happens on this playground right now on this earth, which becomes more and more obvious to many that this is real, a movie, and that there is an infinite realities in play depending where we are in consciousness, and that reality is very subjective. It is really important that each one of you and each one of us is on our heart and sense love, and is love, represents, embodies love. Because whatever is judgment, whatever is fear, or shame, or blaming others, is going into that frequency of the lower path, so to speak, of the path of duality. And this new paradigm is about unity, is about higher consciousness, is about realizing we are God creator, we are divine creators on earth, and still still embodying our humanness, which are feelings, which are duality, so to speak, but to live it from a higher perspective, and to own your feelings, to own whatever emotions you have, knowing that it is created by yourself and that you don't blame it on others. Which still means we can walk away from others if we feel we don't resonate, or we have a different understanding of meeting each other, or being with each other, and living with each other. But to own that, and not to blame others, but to speak from yourself, and to own your emotions and your truths without judging others. So I wanted to share that because I realized for myself that I had a few things in my life that I felt I was I kind of was stuck for a while now in certain things, in certain projects. And all of a sudden I realized that I still was influenced by others, and I let that happen because maybe I didn't trust myself. A part of me didn't trust myself, or I felt I needed to do things in a certain way because that's the way that it was done. And saying this, the new paradigm is nothing that we have ever done before. It's a whole new vibration. So it's new innovation. It's new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking, new innovations, new teachings. I mean, ancient teachings that are now embodied in this reality. So it's all new. So, and I haven't really been able to maybe fully own that also. So I share that to know that whatever happens in your life right now, it's really a reflection for you, and it's helping you to gain clarity, see the signs. If you feel emotions, then look at them and see what they want to tell you. And most often they're very old emotions that just have to come to surface, not because they need still healing, but to tell you something more, so they can be let go of. And that you for now really have the ability and the potential now to really step into your truth fully, and to choose the path that you want to go, because this energy now the next few weeks will be very will increase even more. I say that every time, but it just is this way. But there is this really high frequency energy, this really loving energy that is available, that we now can connect to, if that is our choice. So I just wanted to share that with you, and yeah, just take time, nurture yourself, and really listen and journal and be creative, because there's a huge potential for you to really realize on a deeper level your true essence and who you truly are and what you're meant to do in this world. That brings you joy as a human, that brings you passion as a human, and that brings you really that life force and that joy to be on this earth, and to see the privilege and this deep feeling of gratitude to be alive and to be here at this time. So I just wanted to share that, and I send you lots and lots of love. Take care. Bye.